welcome to class 3 in our Yoga for Tightness series. I'm Molly, I'm your yoga teacher, and today's class is going to be all about your obliques, your side body, and your center body, and a little bit up through your solar plexus, your lower chest, because believe it or not, this area can get a lot more tight than you would expect. So grab your mat. You won't need any other blocks unless you typically like to practice with them and know you need them in a lot of poses. So grab your goodies and we'll get started. Laying down on our backs, and we'll find a banana pose. So stretch your heels to the bottom left corner of your mat, your hips to the middle right edge of your mat, and then your arms to the top left corner. So you're creating a banana shape, a semicircle, a smile, a rainbow, whatever you want to call it. And then grasp onto your right wrist with your left arm. Give that a little bit of a tug over. And let your body sink heavy to the mat. See how even this simple stretch can send new breath and new space into your right side body. Try to take as full and deep of breaths as you normally would. I know the left side is compressed. We're opening up through the right lung, so it feels a little bit different, but let your breaths be nice and slow. Inhale here, big stretch. And exhale, release. We'll switch sides. So heels come to the bottom right corner, hips to the left edge, and arms over to the right. Cross your left leg on top of your right, and then hold on to your left wrist with your right hand. Sink your left hip down to the mat. Your breath expands, opens your gills on your left side. Not only that, feel how this lengthens the space between your left hip bone and your bottom left ribs. Definitely an area that's neglected. Take one more inhale, stretch a little longer. Good. And then exhale, plant your feet onto the mat, roll onto your side, and we'll come to a seated position. Sukhasana, cross one leg over the other, it doesn't matter which. Or actually, let's all cross our right leg in front of our left. Change my mind. So from here, just find a nice tall spine. And then walk your left fingertips out to the left. Sweep your right arm overhead, side body stretch. Root your right sit bone down. And roll your left collarbone up to the sky. Take one more breath here. And then now I want you to lower down onto your left elbow. Your hip will probably pop off the mat. Find your stretch in your upper body, and then think about lengthening your right hip down to the mat. It might not get all the way. You always have an option to place a block or a bolster underneath your left elbow. Pretend you had a sandbag on your right thigh that's just weighing you down. Gaze can be forward, up at the sky, whatever is comfortable for your neck. One more deep inhale here. And then exhale, push your left hand, rise back to center. Sway from side to side, feel it out, feel the difference. Feel more lengthen in the right side. So we gotta even out, let's work on the left side. Walk your right fingertips out. Keep your left sit bone rounded down, and then sweep your left arm overhead. Big side body stretch. See how long you can get from left hip crease all the way through left fingertips. Last sip of air in. And then exhale, I want you to lower down onto your right elbow. Use a prop if you need. Find your upper body stretch, and then pretend you had a sandbag on your left thigh. Let your left sit bone melt towards the mat. Just a slightly different angle, slightly different emphasis. And obviously a little more difficult. Keep the quality of your breath. One more breath in. Exhale, release back to center. Switch the cross of your legs. Shake it all out. Inhale, sweep your right arm over to the left. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, side body stretch on the left. Reach over to the right. Exhale, center. And then we'll move with pace here. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Keep going at this faster pace, feeling a little bit of a rebound through your oblique area. So it's almost like the stretch is pulling you back to center. Reach your fingertips further and further out. Do about 2 more on each side. And then when you're ready, meet back in center. Hands on your knees, roll your shoulders up to your ears, and then relax them down your back. Place your fingertips on your shoulders. Your elbows are pointing out to the sky. We're going to work into some twists. So you don't need to control your breath necessarily in any pattern, but just make these fast twisting motions side to side, really opening up through your center body. Close your eyes if you wish. Keep your lower body heavy and stable, your pelvis rooted into the mat. You're twisting from above your belly button. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, make them intentional. 2, and 1, release. Place your left hand on your right knee. Reach your right fingertips behind you. Nice seated twist here. Right shoulder peels open. And breathe. Slow your breath. I know it probably picked up during those faster ones. So use a little bit of traction with your left hand on your right knee to pull open more. Exhale, stay where you are. And now I want you to release your hands. Bring them to your right shoulder. So we're actively engaging our whole back body, our rotators, to keep us open in that same exact spot without using external force. Good. Place your hand back on your knee. Open up a little bit more. Inhale, reach the crown of your head high. Exhale, sit bones root into the earth. Contract everything, navel into spine, core is super engaged. And then release your hands, stay right where you are. For 3, 2, 1, release back to center. Good, feel free to take those twisting motions. And we'll switch the cross of our legs again. Place your right hand on your left knee, left fingertips behind you. Open twist to the left. Peel your left shoulder open and stay long through your right collarbone. Inhales grow you taller, and exhales twist you deeper. Find your solid rooted point, twist a little bit more. Exhale, draw navel into spine, contract everything, release your hands, stay right where you are. Hands can come to heart center, they can just hover off your knee. Good, one more breath here. Exhale, place your hand back on your left knee, twist open a little bit more. Inhale, Crown of the head lifts. Exhale, sit bones root down. Contract everything and then release your hands. Pretend someone had a string on the back of your left shoulder. It is pulling you back that way. Gaze can follow. Stay right where you are. For 2. On 1, release back to center. Good job. We'll come into a tabletop pose. Hands stacked under shoulders. Knees stacked under hips. And from here, stretch your left leg long. Roll onto your left heel. Pivot your right foot out. We're coming in a modified side plank. Left bicep will frame the left ear. Stretch nice and long here just for a breath. And then we're going to move into some pulses. So your left fingertips are going to curl forward and down towards the ground. Keep sending energy out through the blade edge of your left foot. You can find a small bend in your right elbow or come onto those fingertips. About 20 or 30 of those. You should feel this a ton right here in the space between your left hip and your left ribs. Go for 10 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand up, body stacks over your right leg. Slide your left hand down your left leg. We're coming into gate pose, so right arm sweeps overhead this time. Find your shape for just a breath. Puff your chest out a little bit. And then we're going to pulse right fingertips forward and down towards the ground. Similar motion, just the different side. Again, this is an area that can be really intense because it's not ever something you would think about. Why would you think about it right here? But the way we sit and move, this place is rarely addressed, so these stretches can feel really intense and really good. Go for 10 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Release back down to tabletop, and we'll switch sides. So right leg stretches long, left foot kickstands out. Pelvis opens up to the right, modified side plank. Find your shape here. Stretch your fingertips and the outside of your foot a little bit longer. And then start pulsing right fingertips forward and down to the ground. Again, bend into your left elbow if you need, or come onto your fingertips. Good, we'll go for 10 more. Stretch forward and down. Keep right heel planted. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise up, body stacks over left knee. Slide your right hand down your leg. Find your gate pose, left arm sweeps overhead. Roll your right collarbone up to the sky, and then start your pulses over and down. Keep that breath going into your left side waist. Good, let's do 10 more. Stretch a little further, a little more intentionally. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Come back to your tabletop pose. Stretch your arms long and lower down into Sphinx. So you're resting on your elbows, pulling your chest through your shoulders. Roll your inner thighs up to the sky. Once you find this shape, you can stay here or press your palms, lift up into seal pose. So a bit more of a stretch along the front side of the body. See if you can lengthen from your pubic bone all the way up to your chin. Three more full breaths. Good, lower back down onto your elbows. Tuck your toes, place your hands beside your ribs, and scoop your body forward to an upward facing dog, but on your toes. So pelvis hangs heavy right above the mat. Feet are super active, heels are pressing back. And from here, we're gonna do some fascia work again. This movement is gonna look kind of funny. It doesn't matter, you're in your own space. So move from an upward facing dog to a downward facing dog with the emphasis on really bouncing forward into your up dog. So on your inhale, bounce into up dog, exhale, down dog. Inhale, exhale. Act as if you could pull your hips even through your wrists. Add the head, looking up if you want, if you can. Again, the down dog doesn't matter as much in this pose. Really emphasize the stretching of your front body for 3 more. 2 and 1. From your down dog, walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Grasp onto opposite elbows. And on your inhale, sweep your body over to the right, all the way up. On your exhale, bend your knees slightly. Let your body cascade down to the left and through center. Inhale, rise up through the right. Center, exhale down to the left and center. Good, switch directions. Inhale over to the left. Let your right elbow lead you up to the sky. Exhale, right elbow weighs heavy to the ground. Move through center. Inhale over to the left and up. Exhale down and center. On your next breath, just stack your body, rise up to Tadasana Mountain Pose. Arms sweep overhead, upward salute. And then I want you to find a Kali Mudra. So interlace all your fingers except for your index and your thumb. Point them up to the sky. And then we're going to move into standing TikToks. So we'll choose one way and then we'll switch the breath to go the other way. So it's a fast motion. Your hips are pointing in the opposite direction of your fingers. And if you want, you can lift up onto the ball of the foot of the side that you're stretching to increase the sensation on the opposite side body. So inhale to the right, exhale left. Inhale right, exhale left. Inhale right, exhale left. Feel into whatever range of motion or intensity or bend that your body needs right now. Good for 3, 2, and 1. Release down. Shake your arms out. We'll just do the other side briefly. So once you shook them out, raise them back overhead. And this time we're going to inhale left, exhale right. So in your own timing, go ahead. Inhale left, exhale right. Inhale left, exhale right. Don't be afraid to look silly. Don't be afraid to experiment. Find what feels good for you. Three, for 2, and 1. Release everything down. Good. Shake out your arms. And then forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back to downward facing dog. We'll move through our vinyasa. We'll do it one time a little more slowly and probably 2 times at pace. So inhale, 3-legged dog, reach your right heel high. Exhale, let your right heel weigh down on the outside of your left ankle. So almost as if it's hovering right off the mat, bend into your left knee a little bit. Inhale, 3-legged dog again. Exhale, curl right knee into chest, plant it beside your right thumb. Pivot your left heel down, inhale, extended side angle. Right elbow and right knee, stretch long through your left fingertips, through the left blade edge of your foot. And spend an extra breath or 2 on this first round. Peel your shoulder open to the sky, scoop your right sit bone underneath your body. Inhale here. And then exhale, we'll come into a Shiva squat variation. So I want you to plant your right fingertips in front of you. Pull left elbow into left knee. Body faces down towards the center of the mat. Big bend in your right knee. This is a bit of a balance. And then on your next breath in, stretch your left leg diagonally out to the right and your left arm diagonally out to the left. So from the front, it looks like this. Right fingertips for balance. And we're just stretching in opposite directions through your left limbs. Take another breath there. On your exhale, come back to your Shiva squat variation. So your knees are parallel. Your right heel is tucked in towards your glute. Inhale, open up into goddess pose. Face the long edge of your mat and sit your hips low. Hands on your knees. Inhale, reach the crown of your head high. And exhale, drop your right shoulder to the middle of the mat. Inhale, back through center. And exhale, drop your left shoulder. Inhale, back through center, hands at heart center. Exhale, side bend over to the right. Inhale, nice and tall. And exhale, side bend over to the left. Let this carry you back to the front of your mat and find airplane pose. Stretch your left fingertips long and your right fingertips back. Micro bend in the right knee, strong through the back of the left leg. Inhale, stretch a little longer. And exhale, plant the ball of your left foot down. Reverse your lunge. Right hand slides down left leg. Right hip rolls back, left hip rolls forwards. Inhale here. And exhale, step to the top of your mat. Lower your knees down on an exhale. Inhale, rise up into an active camel. Cactus your arms. Reach your chest to the sky, press your hips forwards. And then exhale, plant your hands. Step back to downward facing dog. And we'll do the other side. Inhale, three-legged dog. Reach your left heel high. Exhale, weigh your left heel down. Hover it back off the right corner of the mat. Bend into your right knee. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, curl left knee to chest. Plant your foot beside your left thumb. Swivel your right heel down, rise up to extended side angle. Stretch long here for a few breaths. Find length in your left side waist as well as your right. One more inhale. Exhale, come into your Shiva squat variation. So face the front of your mat. Left fingertips down for balance. Right elbow to right knee. Inhale, stretch diagonally long, right hand forward, left leg back, or right leg back, excuse me. And then exhale back to your Shiva squat. Inhale, stand up through your left leg, plant your right foot behind you, drop down into goddess, toes are out, heels are in. Inhale, stretch the crown of your head high. Exhale, drop left shoulder to mat. Inhale, become long again. And exhale, right shoulder down. Inhale, back through center, hands at heart center. Exhale, side bend over to the right. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, side bend over to the left. And then let this carry you back to the front of your mat. Find airplane. Right arm is stretching long, left arm is stretching back. So it's almost like a warrior three airplane hybrid. Take one more inhale here. And then exhale, plant the ball of your right foot, reverse your lunge. Right arm overhead, left arm down your right leg. Stay for an extra breath. Inhale. And then exhale, step right foot to the top of your mat, lower down onto your knees. Inhale, active camel, cactus your arms out, puff your chest up to the sky. Big breath in. Exhale, plant your hands, roll over your toes, step back. Downward facing dog. Lower your knees to the mat. Take an extra little breath to reset. And then we'll do that vinyasa again 2 more times on each side. So from your seated pose, stretch your hands long, find downward facing dog. Lift your chest or your hips high. Inhale, right heel lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, weigh your right foot on the outside of your left ankle. Inhale, reach it up again. Exhale, curl into chest, plant your right foot beside your right hand. Inhale, extended side angle. Exhale, Shiva squat, left elbow, left knee. Inhale, stretch your left limbs diagonally long. Exhale, Shiva squat, curl it in. Inhale, stand up through your right leg. Exhale, settle into your goddess pose. Inhale, stretch your spine long. Exhale, drop right shoulder to middle. Inhale, stretch long again. And exhale, drop left shoulder to middle. Inhale, sit into your squat, hands at heart center. Exhale, side bend over to the left. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, side bend over to the right. And let this carry you into your airplane warrior three. Left arm in front, right arm behind you. Inhale, stretch longer. Exhale, plant the ball of your left foot. Inhale, sweep your left arm overhead, right hand down your left leg, reverse lunge. And then exhale, step left foot forward, drop your knees to the mat. Inhale, cactus your arms, open up for camel. Exhale, sit your back, hips back to your heels, walk back to downward facing dog. Take an extra breath here. Exhale, release. Inhale, three-legged dog, reach your left heel high. Exhale, side bend, stretch, left foot behind right foot. Inhale, three-legged dog, reach it high again. Exhale, curl left knee into chest, plant it beside your left thumb. Inhale, rise up, swivel right heel down, extended side angle. Exhale, Shiva squat, right elbow, right knee. Inhale, stretch right arm out to the right leg out to the left. Exhale, Shiva squat. Inhale, stand up through your left leg. Exhale, face the wide edge of your mat, sit down into goddess. Hands on your knees. Inhale, stretch long. Exhale, drop left shoulder to mat. Inhale, back through center. And exhale, stretch or drop right shoulder to mat. Inhale, sit into your squat, nice and active, hands at heart center. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, side bend to the left. Let this carry you into your warrior three airplane. Left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale, stretch further through your right heel. Exhale, plant the ball of your right foot down. Inhale, reverse your lunge. Heart open to the sky. Exhale, step forward to the top of your mat. Drop your knees down. Inhale, open up into an active camel pose. Exhale, plant your hands at the top of your mat. Step back, downward facing dog. And keep going. Inhale, right heel lifts high. Exhale, side body stretch, drop your right foot on the outside of your left ankle. Inhale, lift it up again. Exhale, curl right knee into chest, plant it down, top of your mat. Inhale, extended side angle. Exhale, Shiva squat, left elbow, left knee. Inhale, stretch your limbs diagonally. Exhale, curl it in again. Inhale, stand up through your right leg. Exhale, sit down into goddess. Inhale, reach your chest forwards. Exhale, drop right shoulder to mat. Inhale, stretch long. Exhale, look over right shoulder. Sit into your squat, hands at heart center. Inhale. Exhale, side bend over to the left. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, side bend to the right. Let this carry you back to the front of your mat, chest faces down. Inhale into your airplane. Exhale, land into your lunge. Inhale, sweep left arm overhead. Exhale, step to the top of your mat, lower your knees down. Inhale, active camel pose, cactus your arms. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, three-legged dog, reach left heel high. Exhale, side body stretch, drop that leg heavy to the outside. Inhale, lift it up again. Exhale, curl left knee into chest. Plant your foot at the top of your mat, swivel your right heel down. Inhale, extended side angle. Exhale, Shiva squat, right elbow, right knee. Inhale, stretch right limbs long diagonally. Exhale, curl back in. Stand up through your left leg, inhale. Exhale, sink down into your goddess. Inhale, reach your chest forwards. Exhale, drop left shoulder. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, look over left shoulder. Sit into your squat, hands at heart center. Inhale, lift. Exhale, side bend to right. Inhale through center. Exhale, side bend to left. Let that right arm carry you forward into your airplane warrior 3. Inhale, stretch a little further. Exhale, land the ball of your right foot down. Inhale, rise up through your lunge. Exhale, step to the top of your mat. Lower your knees down. Inhale, active camel pose. And exhale, option to stay here for a few breaths. Find full camel. You can tuck or untuck your toes. Think about really lengthening through the front side of your body. Your hands can find your ankles, your heels. You can drop your head back if that's comfortable. Just 3 breaths here. Find that quality and slowness of your breath again. For 2. And 1. Slowly return out from where you came. And sit your hips to your heels. Nice, slowing the breaths, calm yourself down a little bit. Plant your hands on the outsides of your knees, step your feet back, and we'll find seal pose again. So you can start in Sphinx on your elbows, and then just press through your palms to lengthen more through the front of your body. If you feel pinching in your low back, feel free to take your feet a little bit wider, or just stay in your Sphinx pose. See if you can magnetize your heart forward and upwards. One more inhale here. And then let's find lazy side seal cobra variation. So just roll onto your right hip, keep your right hand planted. And then let your shoulder and your ear meet. Feel your right ribs become heavy towards the mat. You can always place your left foot in front of your right knee for balance. Or just your left fingertips there. Send breath through each and every rib space along your right side. Feel those intercostal muscles stretching as your breath expands. One more inhale. Exhale, plant your left foot in front of your right knee. Left kneecap faces up to the sky. And then just reach your left arm towards your left knee. We're going to come into a little twist here. So now your chest is more facing up towards the sky. Your right hip is still rooted, and you're using your left hand on your left knee as a little bit of traction. Just a different angle. You might feel this a little bit more along the back side of your body. It's just something different, something you've probably never done before. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Find your seal pose at the top of your mat. Again, stretch your left leg long. 3 breaths here. How can you lengthen a little bit more? How can you soften a little bit more? Last inhale here. And then exhale, keep the weight through your left hand, roll onto your left hip. Lazy side seal. Let your left ear drop to your left shoulder. No need to really stay active and press out of this. I want you to sink into it. Right fingertips are in front of you for balance. Outside of your left ribs are anchored down towards the earth. Let your breath learn to be expansive in all directions. Inflate your left lung for 3, for 2, and then on 1. Curl your right knee in, place it in front of your left knee, and sweep your right arm behind you. So your right hand is on your right knee for a little bit of traction. Pull your chest up to the sky for a twist. Again, just exploring, just feeling into something a little different. Let your back left ribs drop heavy to the mat. Sink into it a little bit more for 2 more breaths. And on 1, roll onto your back. Move your mat. You're going to need a little space for this one, so just find whatever room you need. Stretch your arms and legs long, arms overhead, heels to the corner of the mat. On your inhale, stretch a little further. On your exhale, curl right elbow in towards right knee as you roll onto right hip. Left elbow and left knee follow into a flex position. Inhale, roll onto your back, everything extends. Exhale, roll onto left hip, everything flexes. Inhale, everything stretches long to the corners of your mat. Exhale, roll onto right hip, right elbow and right knee meets, left elbow and left knee meet. Inhale, stretch everything long again. Exhale, roll onto your left hip, elbows and knees touch, curl in. 1 more time on each side. Inhale, extend. Exhale, flex over to the right. Make it kind of like a sweet dance. Inhale, stretch long. And exhale, roll onto left hip. Good, roll onto your back. Inhale, stretch everything further overhead, find length through your side waists. Exhale, release down to the mat. You have the option to take those banana shapes that we began with, or a nice spinal twist here. If you're done, go ahead and roll onto your side and push up into a seated position. Hands will rest on your knees. We'll take 1 more lengthening inhale through your side waist, crown of the head lifts. And 1, releasing, exhale. Hands meet at heart center. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. And together we say namaste. All right, guys, I hope that one felt wonderful. I know these are areas that we neglect, so it can be really, really eye-opening. And you have no idea that you need to just stretch into your side body more. So hopefully that felt really good. If you liked it, please revisit this class, do it as many times as you need, and then share it with others. Like, subscribe so you see the next video. Next time we'll be doing shoulders, neck, upper chest. So I hope to see you guys there.